Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be doing a video where we read our very first messages with each other before we even started dating. If you're new or you've never seen us before, we worked at a church camp together, so that's where we met the summer of 2019, and then we got engaged in 2021 and we got married in 2022. We haven't looked at these. I wanted to before this video, and Brett said just wait because then it's not a genuine reaction if I already read them.
So I said, hey, I think we are gonna go to Chick-fil-A in Corpus tonight, and then I said, you should go. And then she said, yeah, for sure, I'll go, just let me know when you'll take off. And then like an hour later I said, okay, we are leaving camp. And then she said, okay, sounds good. Do you know if y'all are going to the one on Staples or Saratoga? So like which Chick-fil-A? And then I said, good question, I'll check. So
then Brett never told me that they made it to Chick-fil-A. So I pull into Chick-fil-A and I'm sitting in my car for probably like 10 or 15 minutes.
But if you remember, she said, let me know when you take off. And I said, okay, we're leaving. And then she said, which one are you going to? And I said, which one we're going to. So I answered her questions. So after a while, I was like, I wonder where she is. Because I guess my assumption was like, when she gets here, she'll just come in. Or like assume we're here.
Yeah, I think it's just like sometimes people say they're leaving and they're not. Or they leave, but then they stop somewhere.
Well, so we were going, it was a group thing. Like,
yeah,
it was
so
like
Brett was there with like a
us.
group. And I was just coming along.
I wanted to get to know her, but I felt weird like asking her to go like do a date solo, like just us two, like while we were still working at camp.
Well, it was like very early summer.
Right.
So we didn't know each other very well at all.
And so I was like, oh, this is good. Like I'll invite her to a group thing. And then it's like no pressure.
It was just lack of communication of like, he didn't say, hey, we're here. I didn't say, hey, I'm here. He was waiting for me to come in. I was waiting for him to say that they were there.
And eventually I said, we are inside whenever you're here. Whenever you get here, because I didn't think she was like here. I just thought
I hadn't
she
gotten there.
hadn't gotten there yet.
After that night was over and Brett gets back to camp, he says, see, Serena, pretty fun, right? We're not too lame. And I said, haha, yeah, it was fun. Thanks for inviting me. And he said, yeah, of course, anytime. Oh yeah, before I forget, where did you get your fanny pack from? And I said, look up Walker Family Goods on Instagram. It's from there, same place where I got my backpack. He said, oh, nice. Yeah, your backpack is dope also. So those last two messages, I hearted them because it was like 11 o'clock at night. So I was like, I don't know how to end this, and it's like our first time messaging, so I wasn't gonna say goodnight or like, I don't know, I didn't know how to end it. It was just a weird like first interaction with each other. We just didn't talk that whole night, essentially. So I was very confused of like, did he like me or did he just invite me to like be nice? So I just hearted those last two messages, and then the next day.
Well, let me say.
Okay, yeah, say your side.
Okay, so whenever I invited Serena, like again, it was like a group thing, and this was like early on, and so like I liked her, like I thought you were cute and stuff. Like I didn't want to be like obviously flirting, because that's not like how I am normally. Like I don't like to be like that person who just like seems like, oh, flirting with everybody. Yeah, I mean I went like so far in the other direction.
Yeah, he went like so far opposite where it was like almost like ignoring me, but not
like I would try to say something, but like then I would like feel awkward and I didn't know what to say. And then like I feel like other people were talking to her, so I was like, oh, I'll just hang out with other people. And I thought, she'll just hang out with who she wanted to hang out with, and then it just kind of ended up like we never. It
was a very weird first impression, or like I didn't think he liked me, so I ended up just hearting the messages, and I didn't respond to him basically.
Yeah. So yeah, after that I was like, oh. Well,
but then he thought too, like, well, I'm not responding back to him, so yeah, he thought I was ghosting him. So then the next day in the afternoon, he sends me a picture of his shoes. Yeah, Brett was talking about shoes like early on before we even started messaging, and I had no idea like shoes were a thing.
Oh yeah.
Like at all. So he sends me these shoes.
Wait. Okay, so the reason I sent these, so like, yeah. I feel like after that situation with Chick-fil-A and everything, so after we would be done working, we would just hang out and stuff, like as groups. And so we were in the kitchen one night, just all kind of hanging. I was like sitting next to Serena, and I me and my buddy were talking about like shoes. I was like looking at buying some, and I don't know. I think I just like I said something about shoes. So me and Serena, I was just telling her about like some shoes that I wanted.
He was
or
showing me
whatever.
what you were showing me pictures.
Yeah. So I was showing like what I wanted, and so anyway, so that was like for me, it was like I was like super nervous just to talk to her because like I'm like just an awkward guy in general. Especially when it would like come to dating, and so I was just like very nervous to talk to Serena. Everything I said was always like very short, I feel like, or like I didn't know what to say. Like it was hard for me to come up with words.
And I'm also not the most outgoing person either, so I don't help in that situation.
Right. So,
unless like I get close to you or I really know you, then I can talk a lot. But if I don't, I'm not gonna put myself out there very much at all. So.
Yeah, so Serena was so shy, it was like
Doesn't
hard to
help.
get a read. I mean, it was probably like that
Yeah.
for both of us. But
Yeah.
So anyways, then I continue.
So he sends me the picture of some shoes, and he says, "Freaking dope."
I talked funny back then. I don't talk like that anymore.
And I said, "Yay, they came in. Those look so good." And I'm not a shoe person. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows what I really thought?
I literally just like wanted to. At this point, I was just like I wanted to start another conversation with her.
I remember you saying that.
And so I was like, let me just like I remember we had talked about shoes, and so I was like, this will be some kind of way to start a conversation.
So this night we were messaging more.
Yes, but here's the thing: if you look at the timestamps, it literally takes Serena 30 minutes or more to answer back.
Yeah.
And so for me, I'm like, well, this isn't normal texting. Like, it was like I can't like again I couldn't get a read on like if she even liked me because I was like I feel like I was talking more and just like saying my own stuff, and she was just kind of going along with it. So I'm like, to me at that point I was like, I don't want to be the guy that's like creeping out a girl that doesn't like me or like talking too much to a girl that doesn't like me. And Serena was taking so long to respond on these that I was just like, ugh. But every time she would respond, I would get happy. I'm like, want to say something. But I was also like, I don't want to like text back right away, and so I don't know. It was all that.
And I was so happy bro was like messaging me or even talking to me too. I was just like, I really did not know if he liked me or if he was messaging me to be nice. He said, hopefully me and somebody are getting longboards.
Me and my friend.
Yeah, him and his friend are getting, he said him and his friend are getting longboards tomorrow. And I said, as Zoomies, I want to see what y'all end up getting. I think I'm bringing mine to a swap shop and I'll get a different one after summer. And he said, I bet you can get some real good stuff for it at Swap Shop. I straight up have nothing to trade. So Swap Shop was where you could bring something and like, I don't even know how it worked.
Yeah, so just like all the staff people, you would bring stuff that you don't really want, and then
trade it for something
basically
or
can
pay.
try to trade. Yeah. So like people would either buy it or they'd be like, I have this. Do you want to trade this for that?
Okay, now it's like midnight, 12:14 a.m.
Yeah, we were texting a lot there.
Yeah. So we put you in there because it's a pretty chill job, but I might just have to switch you to go to Corn Soup. I said, all right, I might have to try it out at least once, so don't return it yet. And then Brett said, haha, I'm gonna hold you to that one. And that was at 1 a.m. And then I just hearted his last message for the night because again, I didn't know how to end it, and then I had nothing else to respond to that. So I was like, okay, again, I'm not gonna say goodnight because it just, I don't know what I was thinking. That was June 1st, our last conversation.
Or like we talked a lot, and then that like, it got late, and I was like, oh, we're still texting, and it was like faster replies.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, and I was like, I was charming it up, and then like she just hearts it and doesn't say anything after that one, and I'm like, well.
So yeah. From that point, he thought like I wasn't interested.
Yes.
That interested.
Yeah. So like after she had like hearted it a second time, I was like, well, she's done that twice now, like this same way. Cause like to me, it's like not a bad thing. Like I thought if she just was into me, she would just be like, well, I'll talk to you later or whatever, and just say something like that.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be like a whole good night thing.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking honestly. I think I still was like, I don't know what we're doing. So, but I don't know what I wanted either, you know.
Yeah.
So.
But so yeah, after that I was like, well, I'm not gonna keep pursuing this. I didn't want to be like a weird guy, like being so persistent. Especially at like camp, like when we're all
I think that was my
working
thing too.
together,
like,
and it's like I don't want to make any relationships weird that don't have to be.
It was so early on, so like of working at camp. So oh gosh. So I think I was like in the same mindset of what if he doesn't like me? Or I say this thing or whatever, and then it just makes it weird. So I don't think I really like cared too much at this point.
Yeah.
If something happened or not, because we really didn't know each other either at that point, like that good. Like we didn't talk much in person, so it was like I liked him, but I didn't really know him too much. I just liked, you know,
Yeah.
how I would see him interact with people and stuff like that. We told this story in our other video of like how we met, but he found out that I did like him, and this day, the same day he found out, I'm guessing, is when he messaged me again. A month later.
I think so. Yeah, so this is like the end of the summer now.
So this is like
So what was it? It was
midsummer, it's July 10th, 10:30 at night. And he says, just so you know, I'm not salty about you not responding, but just to let you know, you could like my messages in text any day.
Yeah.
And then he gave me his number.
I
and
sent
then
that,
texted him.
and I sent that because
That's it.
I was leaving. So like in the summer, we would go on vacation, and so I was leaving. And so I think when I was coming back, she was not going to be there anymore. Like everyone was going to be gone. I actually think that night we went out and talked.
Yeah,
too.
so like when he sent me that, my thoughts, I was like so excited that he messaged me, because at this point, when I had like told my friends that I liked him, I had no idea if he even liked me, because again, we worked like completely opposite jobs, so I feel like we didn't really talk that much to each other.
Mhm.
So I really like had no idea what, if it would be anything. Yeah, I wasn't thinking too much of it, but anyways, he found out and he messaged me, and I was like so excited and so happy. And then we went out and talked that night before you left, because you wanted to tell me like in person that you liked me, and
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to get to know me more. But you were leaving, and so
Yeah.
it
Yep.
was a sweet moment. And then we just kept going.
Yep.
Just started texting from there, and started dating like a month after that,
Yeah.
when camp
In
was
August.
over. Yeah.
But yeah, I actually like looking back, I actually think it was like a good, I don't know, it was good because like our whole summer, like we were able to focus on like
Yeah.
like the important things while we were there, and like build relationships with like Serena had some good friends that she met there, and
Yeah.
I had a lot of good friends that I made there, and so I think it's good because like we weren't like consumed with the like our relationship while working there.
Yeah, I think it worked out the way it was supposed to work out.
Yeah, but that's our
Those were our first messages to each other.
first cringy
for
messages
2
to
days.
each other. Yeah, literally. I know when I would go back, I was like, man, it was like nothing. Serena's playing hard to get.
Also,
shot at.
like in my head, I'm like, well, you only tried 2 times. What if, you know, whatever. But to Brett, I was like, I already tried 2 times, and you hearted my messages twice.
Yeah.
And to me, I didn't think anything like wrong with hearting a message. Like to me, I was like, oh, I'm being nice by hearting it, and like I see your message, like I'm giving you like a heart. I don't know. I didn't think much of it. I didn't think I was like
Yeah.
ghosting him. And then the rest is history, and now we have a kid named Pac.
That's crazy. 4 years ago.
4 years ago. That's where it all started. We hope you guys enjoyed hearing our cringy first messages to each other. And if you did, make sure you give this video a like, subscribe, let us know what else you want to see or hear, any stories you want to hear about from us. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Max is biting me. Say like and subscribe. Peace.